This clip is going to examine and trace blood flow as it leaves the heart and as it returns back to the heart. So let's begin by looking at the heart and reviewing a little bit of heart anatomy because you'll need to learn blood flow through the heart before you can study this part. How does blood flow through the vessels leaving and entering the heart? And so if you remember, the heart is going to pump deoxygenated blood as well as oxygenated blood, but it does that at different sides. So the left side is going to deal with oxygenated blood and it functions to pump oxygenated blood through the systemic circuit in order to nourish all of your body organs and tissues. After exchange has occurred with the tissues, then the blood vessels are going to pick up deoxygenated blood and return them back to the heart, specifically to the right side of the heart. And so the right side is going to receive deoxygenated blood. So let's now examine the different blood vessels through which the blood is going to flow. So let's start with the journey as blood exits the left side of the heart. It's first going to exit through what we call elastic or conducting arteries. And so a very important example here is the aorta, because the aorta is going to be pumping or pushing out the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle in order to nourish all of your body organs and tissues. So the aorta, as well as its major branches, are what we consider elastic or conducting arteries. And this is because they are very, very strong. They have the largest diameter and they are equipped with elastic fibers. Okay, so elastic fibers, hence the name. And they have the largest diameter. Okay, and this is very important in order to withstand the pressure through which the heart is pumping. Now, next up, the second type of vessels that the blood is going to enter are what we call the muscular arteries. And so muscular arteries, again, from their name, you can tell that they have a very thick, smooth muscle layer. And so that layer, we called it the tunica media. And so this is the smooth muscle layer. This layer is very thick. And so this is what is under vasoconstriction regulation. Next up, these muscular arteries are then going to branch into even smaller arteries that we now call arterioles. Right? So arterioles are going to be small branches. These arterioles are then going to lead into what we call a capillary bed. And so the capillary bed is the site of exchange. So exchange between the blood and the tissues. Okay. Next up, as this exchange is going to occur, the blood is now going to become deoxygenated. And so as blood is leaving the capillary bed, this is where it's going to enter into a venule. So a venule is actually a small vein. And so it's going to pull the blood from the capillary bed and now work to return it back to the heart. And so next up, we have the veins. The veins have a large diameter and they also have valves in order to ensure unidirectional flow of blood back to the heart. So valves to ensure unidirectional blood flow. Finally, we reach the vena cava. And so the vena cava, they are very, very wide in diameter. And as you know, we have a superior and an inferior vena cava, and these are going to be returning blood to the right atrium. So they return deoxygenated blood to the right atrium of the heart. Okay, so now we have traced blood flow as it exits and returns to the heart.